Hello, Life Kids families. I'm Miss Rebecca. I'm back with another craft tutorial for you guys to do at home. I can't compete with the hilarity of that first grader who was making a craft tutorial for her teacher, her dad dancing in the background that went viral, but that's okay. We'll have fun anyway. I have another paper plate craft for you this time. We'll be turning this plate into a Christmas tree just in time for Christmas. Like the last one, this can be as simple or as elaborate as you want. You can do it with just really basic supplies or whatever kinds of embellishments you want to add with stuff you have at home. And pretty much anything works for this. I will be using green tissue paper to make the tree green. You could use crayons or markers, or you could make one of the aluminum trees like in Charlie Brown. That's the pink or orange or whatever. You do you. You make your tree however you want. Some things you can add on to decorate it would be stickers or beads or pom-poms or pieces of wrapping paper with designs on them you can cut out, or basically whatever you can think of, ribbon, whatever. Anything fun that you want to add on, go for it. But you can also do it really basic with just tissue paper or coloring, and just make a little star for the top and call it good. And you'll need scissors and tape and liquid glue. So we will get started. The first thing you're going to need to do is take the plate, or if you don't have paper plates, you can also just use paper, cut it into a circle before you start. I'm going to give myself a little mark in the center of the plate to give myself a guide to cut towards. And then I'll just take the scissors and start at the edge and cut until you get to that center of the plate in a straight line or so. For parents, it can often be tempting to want to do the cutting for your kids to make sure it's perfect, but that's not really the point. Cutting is very good practice for kids to be doing themselves once they're old enough to do that safely. If you have kid scissors like this as young as 3 or 4, they can start doing their own cutting, and that's really good for them to be able to do, even if it's not quite a perfect cut. Okay, so once you have it cut, it's overexposed here, but then you'll twist it into a cone shape like this, and then you'll need to secure it. A stapler might be nice. I can't find mine, so I'm going to use tape to hold this in a cone shape. Yeah, and that'll work just fine. I'll tape it on the bottom too. Again, if like me, you have plates that have patterns on one side, you may want to use the back of the underside of the plate for your actual creation. Okay. So now we have a cone. This is a short and squat Christmas tree, but that's okay. The bigger the circle, the taller the tree will be. Okay, so now we have our basic shape, and now you're just going to be decorating this. So I will, like I said, I'm going to make it green with this tissue paper. So like I did on the last one, I'm just going to rip a bunch of pieces of this. This is a great fine motor skill for those little fingers. Need a little more than we did for the other one. Okay, that should be fine. And then you just start by putting a layer of glue on part of your plate. And then you can put the tissue paper on it, right into the glue there. There we go. Can add some glue if they're sticking up too much. All right, I'm going to do the back side. I'm going to add glue over here now. There we go. Add the rest of my tissue paper. All right, there we go. So you can't tell that it's green all the way around because of the light, but I have a green tree going on here, and now you just get to decorate it however you want. I'm going to add some of these snowflakes from this wrapping paper that I have. I'm going to cut those out. Okay. And I'll start with that. There's one. Let's put the other one over here. Okay. I'm going to try to add a couple of beads. Beads might work better for kids with enough patience to hold them in place while the glue dries a little bit, depending on how steeply sloped your tree turns out to be. These are actually staying pretty okay here, so I mostly probably depend on how steep your tree is. I'll add a couple of beads here. I'll add a couple of star stickers. And like the last one, the point of this craft is not to match exactly what I'm doing, but to take the basic concept and whatever you have at your house and to just get as creative as you want with it and make your own design however you want it to look. Let's see, I'm gonna add some snow. Remember from the last one, you can pull cotton balls apart and it looks kind of like snow. I'm gonna tuft this cotton ball apart and then glue it on here. This, put some over here, down here. One last piece of snow. All right, and now we just have to add a star on top. I thought that I was going to leave a hole in the top when I twisted this together, but I twisted it so tight that it is actually closed. If you don't twist it as tightly and there's a little hole at the top where it comes together, you could stick a toothpick down there and attach your star to the toothpick and have it poke up. But I am actually going to do it a little bit differently. Okay, so I don't have toothpicks, so I have a twist tie that I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do the same concept, just not stick it down the hole. So I have these stickers that I'm going to use to make a star on top, but you could use paper or actual star-shaped stickers. You could just cut a star out of paper. Whatever, there's all kinds of ways to make stars. I'm going to use these stickers, and I'm going to put them on the twist tie like this, and then I thought I was going to be poking this down the hole at the top, but it's too tight on mine. So I am actually just going to tape this. Where's my tape? Here on the side. There we go. And there you can see I have, look at this. There we go. I have a little star on top now. You can see all the things I put on there to decorate. I just made some really quick decorations or ornaments. You could spend as much time making this as pretty as you want with whatever you have at your house. Actually, before we quite finish, I'm going to tie a ribbon around here just to wrap it up. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is the concept. You can make it as fancy as you'd like. And we would love to see pictures of what you make.